Happy Friday, everybody. I want to give you a little special treat today, bringing back my comic collection videos because I figured, you know what, it's Friday, so we'll call it a fun Friday treat. How about that? Some Friday fun. But I also want to show you, since I'm kind of like posed by this for the camera, you can kind of get a look at, I'm kind of filming this in my, what you call basically my comic book room. So this is just kind of like I have a table set up here, and you'll see I have the Justice League calendar, which I got from, I think, Five Below. And that's like $3, which is actually still on March. I haven't changed that yet, so I'll be changing that after this video. Right here, I got a bunch of toys that I haven't shown off yet, and then you'll see the pops. Those are just the ones that are just still, you see in my videos a lot for comic hauls. This is just another random box of comics, but what I'm going to show off today for a comic collection video is this set of comics here. Also, there's some trades and some other books there. So I just got a whole lot of stuff going on here, but this is basically my comic room, and then what you can't see is just tons of comics and boxes, all the good stuff. But anyways, today's gonna be fun because this comic collection video, which I haven't done much of in a while, this is a random box. It is somewhat random. Has been organized since, but this is gonna be cool because a lot of comics, and I don't know how many are in there, but you're gonna get a lot of memories and cool stories. So we'll see. Hopefully this won't take too long, but it'll be fun just to kind of go over some books. And so yeah, that is that. So let's get cracking. So we're doing this for a set of comics that are already sorted. I was trying to figure out a way to do this that won't involve me having to put them back in order once it's over. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to pull them for the back and just kind of work my way forwards and just keep them in order. So just kind of eliminate the extra organization afterwards, which actually wouldn't be too bad because it just involves going through comics, but I'd probably cut that step out. So we're going to jump in with, here is G.I. Joe. We got some IDW G.I. Joe. This is a Helix special. Number one was just a little one shot. Helix was, I'm trying to think, she just came about at some point, and then she did have, I think she did have a couple action figures, and she might have been in the first movie too, or one of the movies, I'm not sure, but it's gonna be a lot of comics, so we're gonna try to go through these pretty fast. So we got some more G.I. Joe, Hearts and Minds. I don't like Howard Chaykin though, but some of these next run of books are actually from what I consider to be outside of, actually they were pretty, I was trying to think, this one and the main Real American Hero series, but this run of G.I. Joe and the other series that were kind of surrounding it were a fantastic era for IDW G.I. Joe books. And I was so upset that they just kind of ruined it. It was just such a mess. Chuck Dixon and a few other artists in here. I like that cover there. Was that, like, who was that? Or was that still Destro? Like one of his, I don't know who that was. But here you go. What is this? I was kind of going through them. 21, 20, 19, 18. And there's more Destro there. Should be Major Blood. 17. I like this coloring on this one with the Baroness. 16. But yeah, they just had so much cool G.I. Joe stuff going on with a few different series. And I don't know if this one, if that started after this run or if it was including this run here, but man, they just completely just destroyed it all, and then had some other terrible stuff after that. There's Snake Eyes, the Rashikaja. Oh yeah, I remember this cover. 13. Yeah, I like that cover there. Reminds me of some Call of Duty stuff. And some more G.I. Joe with the Rashikaja. Rashikaja, is it right? Wait. Rashikaja or Rashikagi. I forgot how to pronounce it. I forgot how the G goes. And there's Snake Eyes and one of the Cobra Troopers. Yo, Joe. And then I think this looks like a Howard Chaykin cover. I don't know. I just can't stand dude's art. Seriously. It's hideous. But Snake Eyes got his sword. It's like the OG Snake Eyes with the, well, yeah, because he did have like his original figure, but it was more like his original commando look. He did come with the sword, and he had the same style gun, but I think his original mask was different. And then, yeah, he might have even had gloves in the first one. Then there's Baroness and holding up Destro's skull. There's just his mask, I guess. I don't like the, was this Gallant? Oh yeah, So maybe it wasn't this series, because I don't like, yeah, SL Gallants. I remember now. I wasn't a fan of his art. Yeah, ugh, look at that. Yeah, Joe, again, let's fly through this stuff. But then you got Chuck Dixon and Robert Atkins. And there you go. I actually met Robert Atkins. I forgot about that. I met him at C2E2. Because I had him sign my... I did meet you. Trusted I had this handy right here. I don't remember. I have to check my... Because I made a list on my InkPad app, which I use to make all kinds of lists. And I had... I'm pretty sure I met Robert Atkins there. So... Let me check the guest list, actually. Check Artist Alley. This is totally I decided not intend on doing this, and I'm trying to see if I can make this quick, but oh well, we don't have time for that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I met him there. So more Destro. There's 4, 3. Oh, that was a nice cover. 2, and then here is number 1 of this run, and I think this one is that a Del Auto cover? I'm not sure. I'll double check. And so yeah, so here are number 1s. This is the B and C cover. Snake Eyes, Roadblock, Scarlet, Snake Eyes, Duke. Oh wait, no, that's Hawk. That's Duke. And or one of those, I forgot which is which. I have no idea. There's Roadblock. Got the Sky Strikers there. Talk to G.I. Joe. Also, Gazel Ministry. I know he's loving his G.I. Joe action. And it was totally unintentional. And here is, got some Ghostbuster stuff. Convolution. This was, I have no idea what the hell this was. I read this so long ago. Some of these books, this particular run of books, I just read years ago, so I don't remember what the hell they were. One shot. This is just cover A and then cover B there. I like that cover. Just the look of the guys on the cover there. I wonder, who knows? There was just so many like early IDW stuff. There was just so many random one shots and other like sort of a few miniseries for Ghostbusters. It was just kind of madness. And then here is DDP's Devil's Due Productions, The Blade of Komori, Ron Mars, and Graphics Mix. I don't know what that is. It's what, Graham Crackers comic books. I don't even remember if this even got finished. I feel like I was still waiting for one last issue of this, but I have to double check. And what was I going to say? Oh, Devil's Due, DDP. They got in a lot of trouble at one point because they weren't paying a lot of creators, hadn't got paid from them. And then they kind of went away for a while, I think. And then they came back. And I remember thinking, hey, are they going to pay those creators that they owed money to? And I don't know if any of that stuff ever got settled. Who knows? And then here we go to Wildstorm. This is when Wildstorm was, or this is after Wildstorm left Image and they became part of DC. So here's Wildcats. Got Grant Morrison, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams. Worldstorm starts now. So there's that. And then here's a mini series from Wildstorm as well. From Andy Diggle, Lainell Francis Yu. Oh, Jerry Alongulon. Rest in peace to him. And then Dave Stewart. This was a 6-issue miniseries. It kind of had, what's the word I'm looking for? Like meshed, like feudal Japan and a sort of technological kind of upgrade kind of thing. Not to the extent of like a cyberpunk type of stuff, but here, this gives you a good idea of what it was. I've been meaning to reread this actually, so I may just pull this stuff out because I'm going to reread these. I've been wanting to. So there's issue 4, 3. I remember actually like seeking these out because I was already a fan of Yu's art, and then I knew Andy Diggle a little. Actually, you know what? I don't think I knew Andy Diggle at the point. The only person whose name I was familiar with was Lainell Yu. And there's issue 2, and then here's issue 1. But I remember this issue having an ad in some DC book I had been reading at the time, or did I get a promo poster? You know, it was either an ad in a DC book or an ad in Wizard magazine, which I was reading at the time. Which one? It doesn't say what year this was, does it? Wildstorm series. Let me see. I'm looking all over, like just in case the years like slipped in there. No, it doesn't. But it could have been around. This must have been around somewhere between 2005 and 7. I want to say 6 probably, but somewhere in those few years, give or take. But yeah, actually, matter of fact, I'm just gonna slip those out because I am gonna reread those. And here, another mini series. This is, or maxi series, I guess. But there's Ninja Scrolls. This is a 12-issue mini series. This one's actually pretty cool. If you're a fan of anime, or I don't know if they had a manga, but I knew they had. I'm familiar with it from the anime. So if you are familiar, you know this title, Ninja Scroll. If you know anime even a little bit without having seen it, I'm sure you have heard of it. But there's Ninja Scroll. I don't remember the main character's name. Was it Jubei? Maybe it was. There's issue 8. Kelly Puckett, John Boy Myers. Kelly Puckett did... Wait, why is... You just do that? How do you do that for... when it's just such a short series anyway? What is that? That doesn't even make any sense. So it's like there's alternating creative teams, which is weird for a 12-issue series. I haven't read this one. This was so long ago. Ninja Scroll, there's number 6. Here's number 5. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Now that's a gorgeous cover right there. Here's number 4. Kelly Puckett, John Boy Myers. Number 3. Now, series like Ninja Scroll and Silent Dragon were some of those early series from when, after I started kind of branching out. I think going to conventions definitely helped my kind of comic reading taste just expand a little bit, because it just gave me a little more insight into other things and other series. So I was, you know, pretty familiar with Marvel stuff, and I knew quite a bit about DC, usually from the animated stuff, movies, and some video games, but I hadn't really read anything. But I was more familiar with Marvel and Image, because I've read so much more of Image in my younger days. Spawn, Wildcats, Youngblood, and all that stuff. So going to conventions, I talked about a little bit, and I still want to do a video just to kind of talk about how I've kind of expanded my reading, as well as ways that you can do that as well. So here it is. The sensational anime saga continues, but it's just kind of opened up my world, seeing those publishers and getting promo stuff and like little promo books and posters, and just kind of gave me just ideas, or just kind of put other series and characters and stories into my head. So that was a good thing. And let's see, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna slide you over there like so, and we're gonna get to another Wildstorm series, which is also one of my favorite franchises, Gears of War. This is back when the original Gears of War series was being published, and it's written by Karen Travis, who also wrote most of the Gears of War novels. So that was cool. So there was that number 15. Here's 14, featuring Jay Stratton. A Jay solo adventure. And then there's 13, featuring one of the cog helmets. Got the locust there with the cogs and kind of reflection there. And you know what I think about reflective mirror, or reflective covers, or reflective elements of covers, not covers that are actually reflective of you, the reader. And there's 12. And here is number 11, which features, I got this signed by Joshua Ortega, who was the writer of most of these, as well as he also wrote for some of the games as well. I met him at a convention many years ago. And then there's another one there for Gears of War 10. I had him sign a bunch of these, actually. There's 8. And I think I have one of these signed by... Oh my gosh, where is it? I have to figure it out. Oh, you guys are so lucky I decided to do the Gears of War box. And that you get the bonus treat of me pulling out some books from another... that were actually just kind of separated at the time. But so there was no number 9 because it was right here. I had it separated. So I talked about this book. This is Gears of War 9. This is the Jim Lee variant. So yeah, and I had Jim Lee sign it there, and also Joshua Ortega there. So I pulled this out for, I mentioned this in one of Reggie's, Reggie Collects, I think chats or live streams, whatever. And we were talking about pulling out or giving creators books that they probably wouldn't expect to sign or see collectors pull out for them. So I took this out as a just kind of surprise, and Jim Lee was surprised to see it when I showed it to him. So he wasn't expecting that. So you know what to expect when. So I imagine Jim Lee's probably used to expect obviously all the superhero stuff, but I was like, you know what? Let me do some sneaky and surprising. So there is Gears of War 9. I'm actually get that separate because I had that separated for a reason. So you're gonna get a double dip of that someday. I won't tell you why. And then here is Gears of War 7. Got my man Scourge. Oh, I love that bastard. There's 6, Marcus and Berserker. Number 5, got the Brumac, Cole and Baird. Number 4. Obviously, if you don't know anything about Gears, then none of this is gonna matter. But I love Gears, and when they brought the comic form, I had to check them out. So here's number 3, Delta Team, and number 2. I think this is one of my favorite covers that are kind of actually because it was only. They didn't do that this much, actually, or ever. So yeah, that's why it kind of stuck out, because it kind of split the above ground and then the locust below ground there. So I just thought that was just kind of cool. And then number 1, had to have this one, obviously, the Crimson Omen logo. And then you got Josh Ortega in there. And then also number 1 is this Blockbuster exclusive, which I had to seek out. The title's kind of chromed up, and then Josh Ortega there. Got Delta Squad. Whew, this is so cool. Marcus, Cole, Bear, Dom. Oh yeah, good stuff. So yeah, anyways, keeping that separate. So that was Gears of War. I do have the hardcover for volume 1 as well. That was kind of cool. And then let's see. All right, so now we're getting into some DC proper stuff, and these are just going to be kind of shorter stuff. So here is Wonder Woman 35. Wonder Woman Black Canary, signed by Gail Simone. Got Gail Simone, Aaron Leprestri, and Matt Ryan. I'm actually familiar with Matt Ryan. I can't remember a name other than besides like football, but I just can't remember like the creator's name. But yeah, so Wonder Woman and Black Canary. And then again, here is Gail Simone, Aaron Leprestri, Matt Ryan, and Gail Simone signed this one. This is Wonder Woman 34. Had to get this one just because it was a Wonder Woman and Black Canary team up. So I think it was just those 2 issues. And then here is Wonder Woman number 1. This is 2006. With the Dotsons on this one. I can't believe I must have got this one later on and just never got Gail's. Oh no, actually no, never mind, because she wasn't on this one yet. But yeah, so it was just the Dotsons though. Never mind. And then, oh yeah, my girl, Supergirl. This is Batman Superman 13. This was one run. I never got the whole series. I just wanted the first volume, or first arc is Public Enemies. And then the second arc is the Supergirl arc. So you got Darkseid, Apocalypse. So you get that whole Apocalypse Supergirl stuff in there, and then here it jumps up to number 9. So I have the rest of this. They're just kind of scattered right now. As I said, this was kind of random because even though I did organize it at one point, it's not actually hasn't been integrated fully into my full comic collection. So yeah, but this is covers by Michael Turner, rest in peace. Also with Peter Steigerwald. So you got Jeff Loeb and Mike Turner there. Look up in the sky, and there's number 9. And then so we jump over to Superman. Here is 675. I just got this one years ago because it's Alex Ross cover and actually makes Superman look cool. The only thing I don't like is how his sleeves look so short there. That's one random thing that I don't like with Superman and Supergirl art. So I like that one. Covers up her wrists. And like here, it just looks so cool. It just looks so weird. Like his shirt is shrunk or something. So just make the sleeves a little longer. Like at least to the, like I prefer them like right around here. But that's just me. And then here's Superman Burn 218. Got Ed Bennis on this one. I think that's why I got that one. I met Ed Bennis. I don't think I have. No, all the Ed Bennis stuff might be separate. But I met Ed Bennis, who is where is he? Is he South American? I don't know. But what they said at the time was his first U.S. convention appearance was San Diego Comic-Con think it was 2000, that's 2011 that I went. And I took, oh my gosh, I took so much. I took almost every Ed Bennis book. I don't think I had this one at the time, but I probably just said screw it and just left it behind. But oh my gosh, I took all this Ed Bennis stuff and I got it. There was only a few people in his line. Like, I don't know why, like, dude, like, don't you realize this is Ed Bennis? Like, why is this line not a mile long? I just couldn't believe it because dude is such a fantastic artist. This is his first US Con appearance. The line wasn't that long. It was a short line. And there was like 3 at the end. There ended up being, it was me and 2 or 3 other people, and we had a whole bunch of books for him to sign. And so what we did was, like, we had all went through once, and then everybody else that went through. So we just kept going back through, and then just getting all our stuff signed. I took a picture with him, everything. Like, he was cool. And here is Superman 123. I actually got this one just because Superman blue, even though a lot of people said it was really stupid. But I just, something about it, just because it was blue. But, and then I had to grab one of these at some point, Superman 75, just because the death of Superman, blah, blah, blah. And then here is Supergirl 50th issue. This one is the standard cover. I want the Joshua Middleton did a cover of this as well, and he had done a bunch of covers for this Supergirl run. So I've never seen it. And I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I just wanted the Mike Turner cover. But this one's cool. I got it signed by Jamal Igle. And there we go. You kind of see Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald's just depictions of Supergirl there. They look wildly different a little bit, especially in the face. This one looks a little more elvish, whatever. However you say that. Featuring a tale by Helen Slater, who played Supergirl in the movie. And then now we get a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but never mind, it jumps up. So again, this is all scattered stuff, so all my Supergirl stuff is all scattered. But this one is a cover by Joshua Middleton, Supergirl versus Silver Banshee. I like this cover, kind of bursting through the newspaper there. And it's just a good look there. So, and I like all my other Joshua Middleton stuff, all my other Supergirl stuff is just all scattered. So I'm in the process of integrating everything together again. So it kind of jumps up. So here's the first part of that series. Yeah, so there's Supergirl 9, Lost Daughter of Krypton versus Power Girl number 8 for the freedom of Kandor. Unmasked number 7. Flamebird, or Nightwing and Flamebird, the dynamic duo of Kandor number 6. And then there's number 5, or this is one of the number 5s. There's actually at least two covers of this one. So we got Michael Turner and Peter Steigerwald, Ian Churchill. And I don't know if maybe Ian Churchill worked with Norman Ratman. But Michael Turner did this one. Ian Churchill did Dark Supergirl. And on the other cover, I don't know if they're in similar poses, but on that one, Ian Churchill did normal Supergirl and Michael Turner did Dark Supergirl. That was just cool, and I think I have that one somewhere. I'll find it at some point. And there's number 4, Judgment, and number 3, Lex Luthor in his power suit. Number 2, versus Teen Titans, and then there's number 1. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen that cover sometime. I do have a poster of that one. That was one of those posters, those promo posters that I got at Wizard World way back in, what was this? This is 05, so yeah, it must have been that year actually. So, and then let's see. Next up, we got, keeping similar to Power Girl or Supergirl. Here's Power Girl. Enter Batman, Judd Winnick, and Sam Basri. There's 16. Crash Course 715. Actually, you know what? We're gonna keep Supergirl. And then we're going to move all of you over there. And, oh yeah, I remember this cover. Crash Test. Supergirl kind of splitting. I don't remember what the hell that rollout was. But splitting that thing apart. And then, I think this one, yeah, this was the new team, the new creative team. More power, so this one, Judd Winnick and Sammy Basri. Not Sam Basri. Sammy. So those all covers there. And then here is Justice Society of America. I had to get this one because look at that cover. Power Girl is fantastic. I think, was this Alex Ross? I feel like it was. But yeah, I just had to get that one. Even though I've talked about, I don't care. I don't give a damn about the Justice Society for the most part. But I just wanted that cover because I like Power Girl. And then here is Free Comic Book Day, Superman, Batman #1. Jeff Loeb, Ed McGuinness, and Dexter Vines. I've met Dexter Vines. He's a cool guy. I met Jeff Loeb too. Not sure about Ed McGuinness, maybe. And then here is the Free Comic Book Day Justice League of America #0. Who's in? So you got Brad Meltzer and an all-star cast of artists. So this was just kind of the preview of the new Justice League series and them kind of, or the Trinity kind of deciding who's going to be on the new roster. And then here is part of that series as well. This is #17. Got Black Lightning. What Comes From Beyond. So there's an Ed Bennis issue right there. And there's #10, featuring the Justice Society of America. There's at least 2 covers of this as well. And I think the other one, I forgot who's on there, but I think it's like another set of 3 creators though. And then here is #6. Got Adam Hughes, Black Canary, classic Adam Hughes cover there. And then #6, Michael Turner again, Solution Kill. And #5, got the girl, Hawk Girl, and Unlikely Arrival. Got Arthur Adams. And then Vixen's Pride, #4. There's some Vixen love there because she's great. And Michael Turner, Peter Steigerwald cover again. Here's #4, Black Canary, Green Lantern, and Arsenal, Red Arrow, whatever the hell name he was going by at the time. There's Red Tornado, #2. And then I don't have #1 in there because all of those and some of the other covers are not in there because I had them signed by Ed Bennis. So they are all separate, and it's actually quite a bit. I pulled out Gears of War. I should have pulled out the Justice League one too, but whatever. Actually, you know what? I'll do it anyway. Y'all are lucky. Y'all getting all the extra bonuses today. Yeah, first I pulled out some Gears of War signed comics, and then pull out some of these. So these 2, here is the variants for Justice League 12 by Alex Ross. I should do signed because Ed Bennis did the interiors. So look at this. Hawk Girl, I forgot that guy's name. Vixen, Superman, Green Arrow, or Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Flash, in his track stands, Black Lightning, Black Canary, Batman, Red Arrow, Arsenal, whatever, and Red Tornado there. Had to get these. Oh my gosh, I remember these. So cool. Alex Ross. So there's 12. And then there's ones for #7. These are the Ed Bennis proper ones. He did both of these covers here, so that's cool. You got that lineup again, those 10. And then in the back, you got a whole bunch of stuff going on here. It's like from different eras. So that was kind of cool. Ed Bennis, so that's #7. And then #1, I got this one, and I'm sure everybody remembers this image with the Justice League of America. Here by Lex, blah, blah, blah. So we got, oh my gosh, this is such a star-studded look here. I'm gonna hold this up for a little bit so you can all take a look at this. You got Power Girl, Supergirl, Huntress, Mr. Terrific, who was cool. I don't think I knew who the hell he was at the time. Big Barda, Dr. Fate, I think it was, Martian Manhunter, Zatanna, Green Arrow, Hawk Girl, Vixen. Got the mainline team there, Cyborg, John Stewart, Captain Atom, Nightwing up there, Batwoman up here. Oh yeah, this is so cool. I remember this one. And then I want to say, I forget what that is. Right there. I don't know what that is. All right. So yeah, those are, and I got all these again. These were all signed by Ed Bennis. So that's why they were, I have a bunch of signed books that were just never put back into my collection some years ago. So they were all just kind of separate together. And then here is this 12-issue series, Justice. We got Alex Ross. I forgot Kruger's name. And then Braithwaite, it should be Elizabeth. And there's #11, Green Lantern and Sinestro. #10, that's Green Arrow, Black Canary. And this one, got the Black Adam and Shazam. And is that Mary? I don't know. Those, like, when you start getting outside of Captain Marvel, And those other characters, I don't really know all of them, like that whole Marvel family, whatever they are. There is Flash and Captain Cold. And then got Hawkman here, number 7. Poison Ivy and the Atom, number 6. And wait, I don't understand what's going on there. I don't know. Number 5, got Wonder Woman and Cheetah. That was cool. I haven't looked at that cover in a while. Superman and Bizarro, and then Lex Luthor and Brainiac. And number 3 has Martian Manhunter. Number 2 got the Riddler. Look at that. And then number 1, here's the Heroes cover. There is a Villains cover. And I did eventually snag that one, but it is not here. It is somewhere else in my collection. I don't know. And then this one here is Final Crisis Submit. I never actually read Final Crisis, but I just wanted this one because it was Black Lightning and I like this cover. I used to have this as my background on my computer for some time. I don't even know if Marvel and DC even still do that on their websites, but some time ago they used to have like all types of wallpaper, and they would just upload all kinds of different wallpaper, and I would just save a bunch of it and switch out my backgrounds on my computer randomly. And here is Brave and the Bold 24, Static and Black Lightning. I got this one because it's just such a cool team up, and I was trying to get some Black Lightning appearances just to kind of read more on them. And then here is his Year 1 miniseries, and number 6, I Want You to Help Take Back Suicide Slum. Then there's number 5, 4, 3, Superman, 2, and 1. And moving on to, got some Batman stuff now. So here is Batman 703, 702. I think that's, I think that's Tony Daniel. Yeah, Tony Daniel. 701, R.I.P. The Missing Chapter, Grant Morrison stuff there. I remember going back to when I was, all right, let me go check out some Batman. And I was already a fan of Grant Morrison, and you had one of the Kuberts on there. I think it was Andy. Was Andy on Batman? And then Adam did some Superman stuff. I think it was Andy. But I went back to, I was going to Batman. I jumped on in like 687, which was Dick Grayson's first issue as Batman. And then I went all the way back through the first Grant Morrison and Kubert issue, which was like 655, I think, was the start of their first arc. So just had to do that. And then to wrap it up, the giant size anniversary issue, Batman 700, David Finch cover, Grant Morrison, Tony Daniel, David Finch, Andy Kubert, and Frank Quitely. Star-studded. Fair, even though I don't care that much for Frank Quitely. And I think I'm kind of over David Finch's art. I liked it for a while, but it just kind of got to be too much. But man, Andy Kubert, whew, that guy, Grant Morrison, fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up because this video, I had no idea how long this video was gonna be, but I just wanted to do like a sort of random. I just picked this one box tote of comics from years past that I read, mostly DC and Wildstorm, DC Wildstorm, and then got a little IDW in there as well. So yeah, just some cool stuff. Got a bunch of G.I. Joe, Supergirl, Wonder Woman, Gears of War, Ninja Scroll, Batman. So yeah, just some cool stuff, some Justice League stuff, Power Girl. So yeah, that was fun. Let me know what you think, and if you like to see more of this stuff, you know I probably will do them anyway, because it's just a nice little trip down memory lane. And yeah, I was kind of debating like, how am I going to do this? Because I'm going to end up talking about a whole bunch of different books, and I started just going through them and telling stories. But sometimes I get stuck on certain books because like, oh yeah, I remember this and that, and oh yeah, this creator did this, and these characters, blah blah blah. So cool stuff. So again, let me just show off one fantastic thing so you can see that Supergirl again. So as I wrap this up, I'm gonna leave you with a very nice visual of Supergirl 50, Michael Turner there, and figure drop the Justice League and Gears of War stuff over to the side there, just to give you a little nice wrapping up visual there to send you off from the weekend. So yeah, that was this nice little collection of, mostly, pretty random books. A lot of stuff I've read years ago, as I said, that just hasn't been reintegrated into my larger collection. So we got some Supergirl, Justice League, Gears of War, Batman, Superman, G.I. Joe, a bunch of IDW, G.I. Joe stuff, and a couple other Wildstorm stuff in there. Yeah, this was always fun to do. I used to do a lot more of these years ago, and it was always just cool because it would just kind of lead down random paths with all the different things that would pop in my mind. So I would go off on these different tangents, and all these different stories would pop up, like, oh, this character, this story, this book, and these creators, and all type of just random cool stuff. Some mostly good, some not so good, but you know, this is how it goes. It's comics, so just a lot of fun stuff, and I hope you all enjoyed this as well. And if you'd like to see more of this, definitely let me know in the comments below. Maybe you want to see a specific theme, but I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. I usually try to stay away from doing like full runs of a book. I just like to have something like a set of books where I can jump around from title to title and through different publishers, because those are just kind of more fun just to spice it up. So that is that. Now let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, what you're doing. What have you been up to this week? What have you been reading? What are you reading this weekend? As I said, one story that I'll be rereading is the Silent Dragon miniseries. Looking forward to that, because that's actually something I've wanted to reread for years. It just kind of worked out perfectly that it was in this set of books. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I can take it out and I can reread it this weekend. So that just works out. So yeah, that's that. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and yeah, happy reading, happy hunting, happy collecting. Hope everyone stays safe and healthy and having fun. Go ahead, have a ball, do some comic book stuff. And yeah, this is GENOTHADRAGON saying thanks for watching, and peace out.